In 1994, with 14 people I'd never met before, I was in Marble Canyon and we dropped down into the Grand Canyon and we took off for 18 days whitewater rafting down there when up there was the planet and everything going on. And we didn't have cell phones, God forbid. And I don't even know if they would work down there, probably not. But I remember thinking, and we were all saying, God, wouldn't it be weird if like any big natural disaster or something went on in the planet while we were down there? Because we would not know about it. We come out and like, if you were down there on 9/11 and you popped out, it's like, why are there no airplanes? Which you would probably wonder when you're down there. When you get to experience life as it happens, it flows. I remember we had 5 rafts. 2 of our rafts flipped on a class 3 rapid in the Grand Canyon. They're from 1 to 10. So a class 3 is like ripples. That moment when I witnessed the panic and these people going through what they went through, that was when I connected to God. And I didn't know it until recently. I called it like my connection to Mother Nature. I was so at one with the fact that I was going to be thrown into the river and I was going to swim. I wanted it. I wanted that experience. I was so one with it, like, I'm okay. Boy, did I learned to trust then. I knew I would be okay no matter what. And I knew just to surrender for that trip, allow, and I'd have the time of my life. And the worst part, we scouted lava falls, the class 10. There's 2 class 10s, Crystal and Lava. Crystal, we all got through. Lava falls, we scouted for hours. And when we finally went, off they all went. The kayakers went, then went Harold, there went Doc, there went Max, and there went Tony and I. And you see the video, it's like we come around the corner, we're entering, and the raft goes beep, beep, and we're gone. I was underwater the entire 38-foot drop of lava falls. And Tony got stuck in a hole and we thought we might have lost him. He lost all of his clothes and almost everything. But yeah, lava falls, nature, I became one with it on that trip in 1994. And thinking if we would have had phones or technology like that with all the solar panels we would have had to keep us all active, to have our phones and our batteries going, I am so grateful I went before then, because this thing that I'm recording on, I use it I don't even play music. Maybe once every month, I'll play music for a few hours. Maybe, not even. So the phone is this thing that we have now that just happens to be something in our reality, but you've made it your world. One example I have to give about this, I know a woman during the beginning of my journey, she was a huge help for me in my journey, but she had a big experience coming up. She was going into a darkness retreat for 40 days and 40 nights. And she had very specific things she was hoping, like a pharaoh or something from the past would come through. She would have this experience. And she was like all in for 40 days, like this is going to happen. I didn't find out until much, much, much later after we had conversations. This woman went into a darkness retreat, but she took her phone in with her. That, when I heard that, first of all, it's like, what is the point? Why did you even go? And then the fact that you had it and then you were mad when they wouldn't give you your charger. You don't need a light in a darkness retreat, and you definitely don't need a phone. If you're going to do the work to get to these spaces to where you know who you are and you get to like that core of why you came here, you didn't have a phone up your ass. You didn't have this thing to take with you. So if you're going to do anything to lift yourself and to raise your journey, leave your device behind or don't even bother. I'm not kidding. If you have any kind of connection with this thing to where you can't live without it, I would just start over in a new lifetime.